Good morning, my rogue readers. My name is Erin Rogoff, and welcome back to my BookTube channel, where today I will be answering another list of BookTube questions that I have printed out because I can't remember them all. First question: at what age did you start reading? When I was too little to read, my parents would always read me books, and then I picked up reading at an early age and just never stopped. And my favorite books and series as a kid were The Tale of Despereaux by Kate DiCamillo, and The Bone Books by Jeff Smith, and The Spiderwick Chronicles by Holly Black and Tony DiTerlizzi. Question 2. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I would have to say that my favorite booktubers are quite possibly Jessie the Reader and Sasha Alsberg and A Clockwork Reader, but I would love to ask them so many questions. However, I've only narrowed it down to 5. How long did it take you to build your book collection? How long did it take you to build a following of subscribers on your YouTube channel? And out of all the booktubers on YouTube, what is the aspect that makes you unique? And question 4, what book jump-started you into reading? And then question 5, would you be a guest star on my BookTube channel? Because I would be honored to have you on my BookTube channel. So Jessie the Reader, Sasha Alsberg, or A Clockwork Reader, please let me know. Another question: what is the most difficult challenge you have faced as a booktuber? For me, I have had a plethora of reading material to talk about, if you can see around my room. I never get tired of recording and editing videos, and I upload regularly. However, I think the most challenging thing for myself is insecurity. Like, am I easy to understand in my BookTube videos, or will people want to hear me talk about books? Those sorts of insecurities, but I'm pretty sure everyone has at least one insecurity about their YouTube channel or themselves. Another question: where and when do you read? For me, anywhere and anytime. In my bedroom, in the living room, outside on the hammock, on a long car ride, on an airplane, etc. I used to get most of my reading done when I had insomnia, but that was before the sleeplessness was remedied. And that's all I'm going to say about that. However, sometimes I do miss my insomnia because I would be able to read one book in a single night. So I could read Everless by Sarah Holland in 6 hours, or Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco in, 5 hours. I have no idea. But I sometimes miss that, actually. Another question: what kinds of books do you read? As you can tell from my other BookTube videos, I read a whole lot of young adult fiction and fantasy and science fiction. Pretty much anything, but what do I read the least? Nonfiction. Unless it's a book about old mysteries or about serial killers. Old mysteries, what do I mean by that? Like, what happened to Amelia Earhart, or what is the significance of the Mayan calendar, or when was the first UFO sighting, or what happened to make all these pyramids from ancient Egypt and the Mayan civilization, what made them similar, how they were built. And then as far as serial killers go, I am darkly fascinated by Jack the Ripper for obvious reasons. And then I am also fascinated by Elizabeth Bathory, who killed over 700 of her female servants. And then Kate Bender, she's another fascinating person, although she is quite notorious. And she and her family became the first serial killer family of North America, and I don't know why I am so fascinated about that. I just am. And then Delphine LaLaurie. She was real, but you might know her from American Horror Story Coven, played by Kathy Bates. And I have to say that she did a marvelous acting job, and I have nothing but respect for Kathy Bates. And just to be clear, I am not a psychopath, I am not a killer, I just have weird fascinations. Moving on to, what are your top 10 favorite books right now? I can name them pretty easily out of the hundreds of books I have right now. A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas is number 1. And why is that? Cassian, Wingspan, Snowball Fights, and Chapter 55. Anyway, other books that are my favorites: are Craven Manor by Darcy Coates and The Fullcroft Ghosts, which is also by Darcy Coates. I also love The Lost Girl by R.L. Stine and If I Was Your Girl by transgender author Meredith Russo. And then I also love City of Glass by Cassandra Clare, which is my favorite book in the entire Mortal Instruments series. And then there will always be a special place in my heart for the Gone series by Michael Grant. And I would have to say that Gone is the best book in the series, if not followed by Hunger, which is book 2 of the Gone series. And then the other 3 favorite books right now are 10 After Closing by Jessica Bayless, Plagueland by Alex Scarrow, and Quarantine the Loners by Lex Thomas. And another question is, what books are you reading right now? I am reading 3 books, such as The Wildlands by Paul Gracke, Party Games by R.L. Stine, and Hunted by Darcy Coates, which it is just so well written and fascinating and unique in its own individual way that it is such an addicting read, I promise you. Final question. Who are your top few favorite authors right now? So I've narrowed it down to, 8 or 9. Such as Sarah J. Maas, author of the Court of Thorns and Roses series. And I can't wait for A Court of Silver Flames to hit the shelves because I have pre-ordered it. I will be getting it on February 16th, so it'll be a late birthday present for myself. And I can't wait to read it. Moving on to the general favorite authors, there is also Darcy Coates, author of Craven Manor and The Fullcroft Ghosts, and several other books, most of which I have. And then I also love Sabaa Tahir, who is the author of the Ember in the Ashes series, and I got the latest book, and I can't wait to read it. However, I don't want the series to end, so I'm holding off on reading the entire series. Or rereading the entire series. Sorry. Another author I love is Michael Grant, author of the Gone series. And I loved those books so much. They were exactly what I was looking for at the right time, and it opened my world up to more kickstarting in reading. And then another favorite author is Stephen King, author of The Shining and Dr. Sleep and The Bazaar of Bad Dreams and several other books. And I do have a growing collection of the books in my closet. And I actually can't wait to reread Misery just because that is such a good book all on its own, even though it's incredibly dark. Another favorite author is R.L. Stine, author of The Lost Girl and Party Games and Give Me a Kill and several other books. I loved his work when I was a kid, like 12, 13 years old, and I read so many of his books, so it's so cool revisiting the Fear Street series, and I actually can't remember everything about that series, so it's really cool rediscovering it. And then another favorite author is Abby Glines. She is the author of the Field Party series, and I have yet to read Making a Play, but I am waiting until Game Changers comes out because I want to finish the entire series in one go. And then my final favorite author is Alex Scarrow, who is the author of the Plagueland series. And I have read Plagueland, now I just need to read Plagueland Reborn and then Plagueland No Escape. If there are more books coming, I cannot wait to read them, and it is blowing my mind how cool this Plagueland series is. I implore you to read the books because they are so worth the read. Anyway, that is all for today, so if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button to show some support, subscribe to my BookTube channel to get more videos like this, turn those notifications on to be notified when I have a brand new video uploaded, keep on reading, and have a great day, everyone!